Hi, I'm Lou Gallagher,
I am Corvette Ronnie.
and today we'll be talking about Tom Petty, Eric Clapton,
Yeah.
Willie Nelson,
Yeah.
who else?
Steely Dan.
Steely Dan and the Doobie Brothers. It's all inside of something we like to call Mentortainment, and it's next on Men Are So Smart. All right, Ronnie, it's time for Mentortainment. Roll it. All right, a lot went on in the last couple of days,
Yeah.
and we're going to give you the men's side of what took place. Let's start
A
with
snippet.
a Tom Petty story. We sure do miss him.
Yeah, this is sad news.
Yes, his autopsy results are in. They show that the singer died from an accidental drug overdose as a result of taking a variety of medications, and we're seeing this more and more.
He pulled a Prince.
Yeah,
Prince did pretty much the same thing.
didn't mean to die.
No.
The coroner says a number of Tom's organs failed due to mixed drug toxicity. Tom's autopsy report shows the singer was on several pain meds, including fentanyl patches. And isn't that the drug with Prince, the same one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oxycodone and a number of other drugs, which I won't even attempt to pronounce. The reason doctors prescribed the meds was because of a number of medical problems, including emphysema, knee problems, and a fractured hip.
He was a trooper. What really kind of pushed him over the edge a little bit is he wanted to continue to tour.
Yeah.
He had these tour dates set up. He missed one in Sacramento.
I remember.
And then, like a week or 10 days later, he came back and made it up.
Yeah.
And very shortly after that, he was gone.
Well, the family says the linchpin to Tom's demise was his fractured hip.
Yeah.
He insisted on touring for 53 concert dates with the condition, which worsened over time and caused him to take the meds. On the day he died, he was told the hip had graduated to a full-on break that made the pain unbearable and may have caused the overuse.
It's awful. He was 66 years old, which is too young. Glenn Frey was also young. So Prince was also young. Boy, it's that cocktail of drugs. You're kind of self-medicating a little bit. There's no winner there.
Yeah, and there's also one factor that is not mentioned here, and I am not suggesting that this is indeed the case, but as it pertains to prescription medication, mixing it with alcohol is never a good idea.
Right.
That complicates things even more. Next up, Eric Clapton claims that he is going deaf.
Huh?
Boy, can we relate to this?
He's going what?
I say, can we relate to this?
Oh, yes.
Um,
yes. I have to take a piss also.
Yes, I'm saying that Eric Clapton revealed that he was going deaf while discussing his ongoing health issues at the difficulties of playing guitar in his 70s during an interview with BBC Two.
Yep. He noted, though, that he plans to keep on performing live. He said, the only thing I'm concerned with now is being in my 70s and being able to be proficient. I mean, I'm going deaf. I've got tinnitus, which is kind of one and the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
My hands just about work. I'm hoping that people will come along and see me just because, or maybe more than because, I'm a curiosity.
Ah, poor guy.
I know that's part of it because it's amazing to myself that I'm still here.
Yeah, we all know why.
And you know what? We can obviously relate. We played a lot of live venues and rehearsing.
Yeah.
You stand in front of an amplifier that's turned up to 8.
Mm-hmm. The guitar's at 10.
Yeah. And it's at the end of the rehearsal or the concert, your ears ring for a while.
Oh, yeah, for several hours.
And every time that happens, you lose about that much of your hearing.
Look at my hand. This is my guitar picking hand, and I'm so cold in this garage right now that there's a heater right here so that we can warm that finger so I can use my computer.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is.
Well, and I have arthritis in this thumb, and this is my thumb that presses on the back of the
neck of the
fretboard.
guitar. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so it's pretty important that you're able to apply some pressure there. Eric, I'm right with you. And he also blames part of it on alcohol and drug abuse. I didn't do any of that, and I'm still in bad shape, and I'm 10 years younger. So I would write that off. He's an amazing guitar player, though, and I'm sure that even if he's just half a step off, he's still amazing. So I would see him regardless.
You know, I kind of doubt that he is less than proficient. I really do.
Yeah.
All right, so next story. Dave Letterman and Barack Obama talk racism, Fox News, and daughters on the first episode, the debut of Dave's new show. Now, I was really excited about this. I'm a huge fan of Letterman.
I am too. I mean, I watched his show when I worked swing shift. Loved it. Just very
innovative.
And he seemed to hit all the right points.
Mm-hmm.
I think politically we couldn't be any more different. But you know what? In his show, he was not political at all. You never really heard any, in his old show,
Yeah.
you never really heard anything political based. He would have people on from every party, didn't seem to matter. And he would poke fun at people regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think as he grew older and grew beardier,
yes.
I think he became that old coot that was on the porch yelling at the kids.
The curmudgeon
Yeah.
guy. Yeah.
So, look, I watched the show, Ronnie.
I did not.
I thought it was important enough. I was excited about Letterman. I'm not going to really voice my political views, but you may be able to derive my decision after hearing this. Here's the deal. I watched for about 12 minutes, and it was a total love fest. Letterman was just kissing his butt, tossing him softball questions. And then it got to about the 12-minute mark, and I was watching carefully. And that's when Dave Letterman said, you know, I'm so happy that you're still our president. And then it was...
Yep. Sorry.
Gone.
Remote.
Okay, he's still a president. There is no doubt about that. He was our president, but we have a different president now.
Yep.
Okay, so I couldn't get through the show. It was a little bit too much for me.
Yeah. Well, I may try to watch the next episode, and if it's no good, then off he goes.
We're doing Men Are So Smart. This is called Mentortainment. I've been following this story purely out of curiosity, but Corey Feldman has been named in a sexual battery report, which, if allegedly true, that is really the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah.
I sure hope that's not the case. Corey Feldman's warpath against alleged child molesters in Hollywood just took a hard right turn, or left. He's now being accused of sexual battery, right, Ronnie?
Yeah. In fact, law enforcement sources told TMZ that a woman walked into a police station Monday and filed a report claiming Corey grabbed her butt in early 2017. LAPD's Robbery Homicide Division will investigate. Unlike almost all the recent sexual misconduct claims in Hollywood, this case would fall within the statute of limitations, which means it's still investigatable. And if he's found guilty of this, he could do some jail time. Not very likely prison time. It would be more than likely a misdemeanor.
Rep says he vehemently denies these claims. Last year, he went on a mission to out child predators in the film industry, though he's had some hiccups along the way. Great story here. Huge fan. Didn't get to see them while he was still alive.
Yeah.
Steely Dan has announced a tour with the Doobie Brothers. The dates kick off in May in North Carolina and currently extend through July.
I would love to see this. This would be a great concert.
Find Steely Dan's itinerary at their official site. The band's new tour dates arrived following the death of guitarist and founding member Walter Becker back in September of 2017. In a recent interview with Rolling Stone, Fagen discussed the possibility of using the Steely Dan name after his death. He said, I would actually prefer to call it Donald Fagen and the Steely Dan Band or something like that. To him, Steely Dan was just him and Walter. Really, it was like a concept we had together.
And it really was. It kind of started out as a studio band. They didn't tour much in the very beginning because they were just a duo.
Mm-hmm.
They were so wildly popular. God, they were one of the best bands.
Favorite song?
Oh, God. That's
Steely Dan.
I would probably say Back to My Old School.
I like FM.
Oh, that's also a good one.
Which was in a movie.
Peg was great.
Yeah.
Reeling in the Years. Oh
yeah.
I'm going to take back. Reeling in the Years, my favorite Steely Dan.
Yeah, I see. That's the thing. That song, I've only heard it 17,423 times. So
Right.
All right. Prolific singer, songwriter, and actress who has released 7 studio albums, 1 greatest hits album, sold over 50 million album equivalents, over 75 million singles, over 2.4 million DVDs worldwide, and has had 15 singles in the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, 4 at number 1. Her name is Pink. She will sing the national anthem before the big game.
I thought you were talking about our band for a second there.
You know,
We check a lot of the same boxes off when you talk about us.
for a time we thought about changing the name to Much, Much More. For when you hear those commercials where they go, Steely Dan, the Doobie Brothers, and much, much more. And then what we would do is just show up at the gig and say we're much, much more.
Much, much more.
And we want to go on and open.
Yeah.
Never worked, but we did that a lot. So Pink will sing the national anthem at the big game, and Justin Timberlake will, I know who that is, will sing at halftime.
Yes.
And you remember his last halftime appearance was a huge debacle.
It was epic.
Epic proportions.
Yes. It
All
was
right.
epic. And I think she'll do wonderful.
She has a beautiful voice. She really
She's
does.
an amazing singer. She really is.
Finally, Ron,
This is my favorite.
take it.
Willie Nelson cancels show due to breathing issues. Willie Nelson called off a concert just after one song and was forced to cancel several upcoming dates due to breathing issues. During a Saturday show at Harrah's Resort in San Diego, the 84-year-old musician was performing his opener, Whiskey River, when he suddenly ended the performance.
Oh, no.
Fans said Nelson was coughing and apparently having trouble breathing as he left the stage. Probably the same thing I was going through for the last several weeks. It's this cold that's going around, and boy, every time you press it just a little bit, you get a tickle in your throat, you start coughing and wheezing.
Well, his publicist said that he either had a bad cold or the flu and was recovering at his home in Texas. He should be back to work next month. He has a string of dates to start February 7th in Georgia. And so sources close to this story say that this sickness may be bong-related. We're just about out of a charge on my phone right now.
Yes.
So we got to get out of here quickly. All of our information to get a hold of us, you'll find below. Social media, email, blogs, whatever it is, you can find it. Please also, if you would, help support our sponsors when you need their services. You'll see them listed below as well. Our website is menaresosmart.com.
Yeah.
There's a host of stuff to do there, surveys, all kinds of stuff. So check it out. I'm Lou Gallagher.
I'm Corvette Ronnie.
We'll see you the next time on Men Are So Smart.
Bye.